So this is part of our series of playbook of how to get automatic emails to your customer list. So as someone comes in and fills out a form, you would basically have an automatic piece that takes that notification of the new form and drop it into whatever your preferred email service program is. So that could be MailChimp, Constant Contact, Active Campaign, whatever it may be. First things first, if you want to connect the form to a Google Sheet, you do need to notify us. The instructions will be in on this blog. So what you'll want to do is you'll go ahead and create a Zapier account. And I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of how to connect an example here. So we'll just assume that this customer is going to be using MailChimp, for example. All of our forms connect to Google Sheet. So the very first thing you'll want to do is connect Google Sheet to whatever your program is, right? So our form is dropping the information in Google Sheet, and we're going to use Zapier to connect Google Sheet to whatever your program is. So in this example, we're going to connect Google Sheet to every time that a new row occurs. So as a new person comes in, they become dropped into a new row. In this example, it's going to ask us which sheet would we like to connect. So in here, you would log in, connect to your sheet. We're going to just use Ben's business as an example. It's the base sheet, which is sheet 1. It's going to ask you if you want to test that trigger and see a row in there. And there you go. There's somebody in there. So basically, once we go in here, we're going to hit continue. And now it's going to say action. An action is the zap that performs. So what do you want it to do? So now we know where it's located. What would you like it to do? And we're going to connect to MailChimp here in this example. And we will add this person to add as a subscriber, right? So add update. You can get very advanced, which is add them to a tag. You can also add them to certain campaigns, right? If you've already made a campaign in MailChimp, you could do this or activate. Just on a basic level, we're just going to add them as a subscriber. I'm going to hit continue. At this point, you would connect to whatever mailing program you have. I'm going to pause here as we just set up a dummy account. And we're going to go ahead and hit continue, and it's going to ask you to authorize. In here, you can choose your audience. You know, what are you going to call this? I would call it like new subscriber, right? And so maybe potentially you'll have new types of emails that you'll have. So in here, it'll say, where is that subscriber's email? And so you would select it from the form, right? So there you go. So it's saying, hey, in Google Sheets, it's this email. And update existing, yes. And do you want it to replace groups? This is more advanced stuff. You know, if you know this, go for it. Do you want to add a tag? Maybe we'll just say, if you created one in MailChimp, you know, or however, whatever system you are, you can absolutely select new tags. And then we're going to go ahead and find the customer's first name and find the customer's last name. If you took any information in your form on the website, it would be available in here. In this example, we don't. I believe this customer did give him a phone number, and you would hit continue. So this part, it just wants to test it. It wants to say, hey, I found this information, and I want to test it into MailChimp. And a success is that a subscriber was sent to MailChimp about a few seconds ago. So we can double check this now. And in this example, if you go to MailChimp, all contacts, and we'll see that this person is in here. Now, once again, this is for anyone new coming into the form, automatically gets dropped into MailChimp. If you want to take your entire list and hit everyone already that you've collected, this is a different video. I'm just setting up the automation of the moment we get their information, they immediately get dropped into MailChimp and potentially get sent automatic emails. And then from here, you would just hit publish Zap. A couple extra steps that you could do is You can go extra further and, depending on what mail program you can, but you can essentially do automations, right? So as a new subscriber comes in, they get hit with this email day 1, day 3, day 5, day 7, whatever it may be. These are premium plans. Every software is different. If you use Constant Contact, use somebody else, everybody's pricing is different. I'm not the MO on which service to use or anything of that nature, but I'm actually trying to alleviate getting all that customer data easily in there from the website to whatever your preferred service is. And there you go. Once you're kind of all set, you can start kind of doling out your campaigns, and then you don't have to worry about if you have the most recent person in there. Also, this works vice versa, probably from CRMs as well. So I know from like your Able, if you have pieces in there, I believe you can export back out automatically as well with Zapier. So if you had 20 contacts added in, it can automatically check and bump that into your mail program as well. So hopefully that all helps. Thanks.